Hi guys, and welcome back to Home Crafting with Mrs. Waller. Today we're going to be making a treasure hunter game. To make your own game, you're going to need a piece of cardboard packaging, rectangular, approximately 42 centimetres by 30 centimetres. You will also need some coloured card and plain paper, some cardboard packaging, cocktail sticks, 6 bottle top lids, sticky tape and glue, colouring pens and a pencil, a ruler and some scissors. Now let's get started. To start with, let's look at the board. I've used 6 colours to make my racing tracks, and each track is 4 centimetres wide. We're going to finish off the pink track now. So again, like we've done before, you need to use your ruler and pencil and some very accurate measuring. Measure 4 centimetres in from the side of your paper and do a little dot. Go a bit further down, 4 centimetres in and another little dot. And near the bottom, 4 centimetres in and another little dot. Then using your ruler, put your pencil on your first dot, line up your ruler along your dots and join them with a line. Then you need to cut that line. That will give you your 4 centimetre strip. Now I've already started my pink racetrack, so I'm just finishing it off. If you don't have any card at home or any coloured paper at home, you could use strips of white paper, which you can then use your felt tip pens to colour in. Now I'm going to put my strip up against my one I've already placed on to measure how long it needs to be. I'll use my pencil and make a little mark either side of my strip of paper. And then I'm going to use my scissors to snip it off. Gluing it on. Make sure it's stuck down well because you don't want your game to peel apart. And join it on. Now my spaces on my board are 4 centimetres by 4 centimetres. So your next step is to measure along your racetrack 4 centimetres and make a little dot either side of your pink strip at 4 centimetres. Draw it on with the ruler. And then do the same again for your next space. And you do that all the way down your racetrack, 4 centimetres at a time. If you're doing all of your racetracks at the same time, you could put your ruler the whole length of your boards and draw one single line, which would make it a bit quicker. Now using my black felt tip pen, I'm just going to draw over the top of my line. I've got quite a steady hand, but if you feel you need to use a ruler for that, then you can. And now I've finished my racetrack. At the beginning of my racetrack I have start, and at the end I have finish. And I've popped a little gem on the end of mine for my treasure. But you could decide what you'd like to do yourself. You could have a golden statue. You could use a treasure chest. It's really up to you. So there's my finished word written on the bottom, and I have a little gem that I cut out earlier, which I'm going to stick on. Let's put that on the bottom. Like that. Now you will notice that the gems are not the same colour, and that is to make them stand out and look pretty on the bottom of our board. Your next step would be to decorate your board. I coloured mine in with green strips either side to make it look like grass, and I've put little tufts of grass on it. But it's really whatever you feel that you'd like to do. And that's our board finished. Our next step is to make your counters. I've made little stand-up counters for mine, and I've made them into little explorers. 2 of my counters I've just drawn and coloured in. One of my counters is a dog that I cut out of a magazine. I managed to find a nice picture. My other 2 counters, again using a magazine, I cut the heads off of some people in the magazine and then drew on their bodies. You can make as many funny characters as you like. You could look into finding some characters such as pop stars or film stars, just to make it a bit more interesting. You could also, if you have some pictures at home, you could cut out your own face and make your family as a family game. Now, to make my counters, I covered a piece of my cardboard packaging in white paper to make a nice plain background. I then drew on my character. Here's one I made earlier. There's a magazine face, and I decorated him, gave him some clown trousers to make him look funny. Once you've drawn your character, cut round him, and then we need to make his stand. You'll need an adult to help you with this bit because it's using your sharp scissors. Another tool you could use is a fork. Now I've got a big meat fork here which has got 2 large prongs, again very sharp, so please ask an adult to help you. Using your meat fork prong or your scissors and putting your lid down on something, it doesn't matter if you mark it, you will need to stab a hole through the top of your bottle top. Give it a wiggle, take it out, and then you have a small hole on the top. Now, using one of your cocktail sticks, you will need to trim the pointy bit off of one end using your scissors. Again, if you need an adult to help you with that, you can. The pointy ends, you need to squish it down through the lid of your bottle top, through the hole that you made on the top of your bottle top. So now you have a little stick quite firmly attached to the lid. Then simply using some sticky tape, you can stick your character onto your stick. Like that. And there you've made your character. Now, you may not want to make a character that stands up like this, so you could use your bottle top lid and stick on a circle of coloured paper to make your counters. You could then decorate your paper using a face or anything you'd really like to. That's our board and counters made now. However, remember, if you don't have the materials at home to make your own counters, you could always use some coins or small toys that you do have. Now, to play the game, you will need 2 dice, a colour dice and a number dice. If you have 2 dice at home you could use, please do so. However, I will now show you how to make your own. To make your own dice, you will need the net for a cube. There'll be a picture later on in the video that shows you how to do this. Once you've made your net and cut it out, you will need to score the lines to make it fold. To score a line, you need to use your ruler and a pair of scissors. Please be careful because we're opening our scissors and making them sharp. Use your ruler along the line that you'd like to score, and then using your point of your scissor, go along your ruler to score into the card. I am using coloured card to make my dice. You could use some cardboard packaging to do so. Once you have scored along the line of your net, you fold it in on itself. Now, once you've folded all your lines in, you will need to put your numbers on or your colour dots. This is going to be my colour dice, so I'm going to put my colour dots on. I have my 6 track colours already cut out as small dots, and then using your glue, stick your colours on. It doesn't matter which colour goes on to which square, as long as you're representing every colour that is on your game. And keep going. 3 more to go. Now my dice is already the colour yellow, but I'm going to put my colour dot on of yellow as well, so that it evenly weights my dice. Once you put your colour dots on, it's time to fold it. So you've folded your tabs in, those tabs are for glue, and you folded your sides in, you bring it together. Now normally I would glue my tabs and hold it together tightly, but today, to make it a bit shorter in time, I'm going to use some sticky tape to seal my cube. So using small pieces of sticky tape, holding my dice very carefully, please take your time on this. I'm going to build my cube up. It goes very nicely if you've made your net correct. If you're struggling, please ask for help. I'm sure there's someone at home that will help you. So I've stuck all my sides together. Now it's just time to put my lid down on to the top. That's my last piece. And there you have your dice. That's my colour dot dice and my number dice that I made earlier. There are several ways you can make this game, and you can make up your own rules. However, the simplest is to race your characters from the start position to the treasure at the end. To do that, each player would have to take it in turns to roll the dice. They'd roll the colour dice and the number dice. I've rolled an orange and a 2. So I'd move my orange counter 2 spaces. Remember, it's the characters that are racing each other. Each player would then take their turn until a character reaches the end to the treasure. Another thing you could do is add some obstacles in their way. I've made some little snakes here. Each character would have a snake somewhere on their racetrack. Now if they landed on that snake, big trouble, they'd have to start again. They may, however, land on a clue to where the treasure is. If they land on that clue, that player gets to have another roll. I wonder which character would reach the end, and I wonder what rules you make up for your game. I do hope you've liked making your own game and have hours of fun playing it. If you've liked my video, please press like and subscribe to my channel, Homecrafting with Mrs. Waller. But in the meantime, stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.